In San Diego, the Padres took on Cincinnati Reds and lost to them by a score of 5-1. In the top of the second inning with no score, Hal Morris connected for a solo home run to right field, his first of the season. It was given up by Padres starter Greg Harris, and the Reds led 1-0 in the top of the second inning. Then in the top of the fifth inning, nice defensive play by Padres shortstop Tony Fernandez on Chris Sabo's ground ball to short, and he flipped to second base to force out Chris Hammond. Then the top of the sixth inning with the score 1-1, Paul O'Neill gave the Reds the lead for good as he belted a solo home run to right field. His first home run this season, his first RBI, and the Reds led 2-1. This made a winner of Red starter Chris Hammond. And here back in the bottom of the fourth inning, struck out Fred McGriff looking. Moving to the top of the eighth inning, the Reds scored a couple of insurance runs. Barry Larkin grounded a single up the middle, knocking in Chris Sabo. This made the score 3-1. Then a couple of sac flies made the score 5-1. 5-1 was the final. In the bottom of the ninth inning, Scott Scudder picked up his first save of the season when Gary Templeton struck out, and the play went 2-3. The Reds won 5-1. Chris Hammond got the win. He's 1-0. Greg Harris got the loss. He's 1-1. Scott Scudder, his first save this season.
Second inning, it's Mike Pagliarulo with this double down the right field line. Brian Harper comes in to score to give the Twins a 1-0 lead. Jay Buhner will throw out Mike Pagliarulo, trying to stretch the single into the double, and the Twins lead it 1-0. Then in the top of the fifth inning, with the Twins leading 2-0, Ken Herbeck with the single into the right field corner. Chuck Knobloch will score. Jay Buhner gets it in quickly, holds Herbeck to a single, but the Twins lead it 3-0. Now in the bottom of the fifth inning, score still 3-0. Jay Buhner will go opposite field for his second home run of the season, his third RBI. The fan with a nice catch out there. And all of a sudden, it was a 3-1 baseball game. Still in the bottom of the fifth. Now 3-2. Ken Griffey Sr. with his first hit of the season and first RBI. Jeff Schaefer scores, and it's a tie game at 3. We go now to the bottom of the eighth inning. First and second with one man out. Edgar Martinez with the bloop single to right field, and Greg Briley makes a base running mistake. He'll hold up at third. He could have scored. The game remains tied at 3. It stayed that way till the bottom of the 11th inning. First and second, one man out. Tom Kelly anxiously watching as Scott Bradley, the pinch hitter, faces Rick Aguilera. And Scott Bradley will come through with this base hit just past the diving Mike Pagliarulo at third base. Coming around to score will be Henry Cotto on a close play at the plate. The ball is dropped by Brian Harper. He probably would have been safe anyway, and the Mariners take it 4-3. They sweep the series against the Twins.
Expos took on Ozzie Smith and the St. Louis Cardinals. And the bottom of the first inning, the line of the Shields on second base, and he stole third base. And Tom Pagnozzi's throw went to left field, and the Shields trotted home as the Expos led 1-0 in the bottom of the first inning. And that proved to be the only run of the game as the Expos won by a score of 1-0. Quite a pitching duel between Jamie Moyer of St. Louis and Bill Sampson of Montreal. In the bottom of the fourth inning, Andres Galarraga struck out looking by Moyer. Moyer had 5 strikeouts, 3 walks, 1 earned run, 5 hits over 7 innings. And Sampson also went 7 innings. He allowed just 3 hits, no runs, 2 walks, 5 strikeouts, including Tom Pagnozzi to end the top of the 7th inning. Moving to the top of the 9th inning, Barry Jones picked up his first National League save when Todd Zeile flew out to right field to end the game. The Expos won 1-0. Sampson got the win. He's 1-0. Warren got the loss. He's 0-2. Jones' first save. St. Louis 0-6-1. Montreal 1-7-0.
Carlson and the New York Mets by the final score of 4-0. Pick up action in the top of the first. Jose Lind of the Pittsburgh Pirates running back and catching the pop-up. He runs into his teammate Andy Van Slyke, who gives him a friendly shove, and Lind retaliates with the elbow. Ron Darling making the start this evening for the New York Mets, and in the bottom of the first, he strikes out Gary Varsho. We move now to the bottom of the second inning. We'll see a nice catch by Eubie Brooks for New York in right field. Brooks coming up with a nice but awkward-looking catch on Bobby Bonilla's fly ball to right in the bottom of the second inning. In the bottom of the fourth, the Pirates come up with the only run they would need. Gary Varsho was hit by a pitch. He moved to second base on a sacrifice bunt, and with 2 outs, Ron Darling with the pickoff attempt. He hits Varsho at second. The ball goes into left field, and Varsho scores ahead of Greg Jeffrey's throw home, and the Pirates lead 1-0. John Smiley on the mound tonight for Pittsburgh. He has allowed only 1 run on 5 hits in 17 innings this season. He didn't walk a batter tonight as he struck out 4 and raised his record to 2-0, and in the top of the 6th, he strikes out Howard Johnson. In the top of the 7th, Jose leaned once again for Pittsburgh. He loses his balance and falls backwards as he catches U.B. Brooks' fly ball to shallow right field. He gets a friendly little hug from his teammate, Bobby Bonilla. In the bottom of the 7th inning with 1 out, Pittsburgh goes up 3-0. It's Jeff King with a 2-run home run to left field off Ron Darling. This came with Andy Van Slyke on board. 3-0 Pirates. A wild pitch by Darling made it 4-0 Pittsburgh. John Smiley retired the last 23 batters he faced as he tossed a 1-hitter this evening. It's the second one of his career as he threw one against Montreal back on June 3rd, 1988. He gets Howard Johnson to fly out to end the game as the Pirates take it 4-0. Ron Darling with the loss falls to 0-1. The only hit of the game for the New York Mets came in the top of the 2nd with 1 out. Kevin McReynolds with the double to left field. It bounces over Gary Varsho's head. Once again, the Pirates take this one by the final of 4-0 on a 1-hitter by John Smiley.
Tonight at Atlanta, it's Bobby Cox and the Braves taking on the Houston Astros. And in the top of the 1st inning, it's Ken Caminiti with his shot to right field. It falls between Gant and Justice. Ramirez scores, and the Astros lead it 1-0. Later on in the 1st inning, still with the bases jammed, it's Mark Davidson here with the base hit through the left side. Both Craig Biggio and Ken Caminiti come around to score, and the Astros build a 3-0 lead. Going now to the bottom of the 1st inning, with Deion Sanders on third base and nobody out, Jeff Treadway will connect off Mark Portugal for his first home run of the season. Deion Sanders scores ahead of him, and it's a 3-2 baseball game. Going now to the top of the 7th, still 3-2. Jeff Bagwell will get this bloop single to right field just in front of Justice and down the right field line. In comes Luis Gonzalez, and the Astros lead it 4-2. Then in the bottom of the 7th inning, Mark Portugal, who will get the win in this game and go 2-0, serves up this meat sandwich to Jeff Blauser. For Blauser, it's his first home run of the season and second RBI, and it was a 4-3 baseball game. Go now to the bottom of the 9th, 2 out, nobody on. Kurt Schilling gets drilled by Jeff Blauser. It goes right to Jeff Bagwell for the final out. For Schilling, his 3rd save. The Astros win it 4-3.
Nice play by Angel starter Jim Abbott as he fielded Harold Bain's ground ball back at him and turned it into a 1-6-3 double play. A nice play by the Angel starter. Moving to the bottom of the 4th inning, A's starter Mike Moore picked up a strikeout. He struck out Lance Parrish. He was the eventual winner in this game as he raised the record to 2-0. The A's got a little insurance in the top of the 6th inning when the red-hot Dave Henderson came up and belted his 4th home run of the season, a solo shot to left center field, and the A's led 3-1 in the top of the 6th inning. Later in the top of 6th, a funny play as A's third base coach Rene Latchman tried to get in the way of Gary Gaetti on Jose Canseco's foul out to third base, but it didn't work as Gaetti made the